Hello, folks. We are back again in this. I wish it was getting better, but it's just getting stranger. It's just a strange world out there. I mean, for example, Bud Light, AbBev, the parent company, is contributing $200,000 to the LGBTQ plus uh, business fund, special program that's out there. And right in the middle of all of this blowback, what's it, maybe $17 billion now, give or take $100 million or so. And it doesn't seem to be getting better. It could be getting worse for Bud Light. And you would think, well, why are they doing it? Why is Fox News getting rid of Tucker Carlson and all the people in the past, going back, the Bill O'Reilly and all these things, they get rid of all these people that they're top people. Obviously, Tucker Carlson probably being the biggest of all, but yet they just keep doing it and they don't care. Why is that? Why CNN have no viewers to speak of, but yet they don't change their model so they can capture more of us to watch? So how are they making money? What's going on? Who's funding these things? Well, it's pretty simple. It's ESG. ESG is connected to the banking systems, in the big banking systems throughout the globe, and BlackRock, big deal right there, Vanguard. These people own huge amounts, these organizations own huge amounts of stock in these companies. So, percentage-wise, and they pull the strings. They also control the banking system. ESG is, we've talked about it before. It is the scoring system, the social credit scoring system for corporations. It's the same thing they want to put on you and I. Your social credit score is going to define where you can shop, what you can drive, where you can go. Wait till electric cars come out and you have to have an app to start the vehicle, to tell it where to go. All these things are going to go up. Sorry, Craig, you can't go there. Your social credit score isn't high enough. We looked at your social media, and we didn't quite like the way that you were saying things. The tone is not right. And you haven't donated to any of the LGBTQ plus programs, and you're not woke enough. So your score is dropped now enough that you can't go where you want to go. Sorry. Now that sounds a little crazy, Light. Are we in the 1984? The book 1984. Are we living there? Is that where we're going? Is it a self-fulfilling prophecy? Well, in a way, yes. They've mapped this out, and they've got into the corporations. And that's why the corporations are making decisions that just don't make sense. Electric cars. Why is General Motors, just to use them as an example, I could pick many other manufacturers. They're just one because they're huge. They were part of the big government bailout. Remember back in TARP and HARP and, government motors and all that kind of stuff. Well, General Motors is hell bent that they're going all electric. Well, why? Are you sitting there chomping at the bit waiting to get your electric vehicle? Is your house set up for it? Do you have any idea what it costs to get your house wired for electric? Or do you live in an apartment complex? What is that going to cost? Why are they doing it? Why is it billions and billions and billions? And really, it's going to turn into trillions of dollars being invested while money's being lost. Ford is losing money. They say they won't be profitable at the level of ICE, which is internal combustion engines, until possibly 2035. Now, obviously, that's speculation. That's a crystal ball prediction. So, and there they are, and they just keep pouring money by the billions of dollars. So, why are all these corporations doing this when it really isn't in their best interest? It's because of ESG, environmental, social governance. And there's some other acronyms out there as well, not as prominent as ESG, because you have the World Bank and you have the World Economic Forum, and you got a lot of spooky dudes out there, as Glenn Beck used to say about George Soros. And of course, there's George Soros out there as well. So we have to be mindful that as we boycott, as people are saying, I'm not going to buy Bud Light, I'm not going to buy any of the other beers that are connected to, say, AdBev, for example, I'm not going to deal with them. It has an effect, yes. But you wonder, why are they not changing their business model? It's because they're getting money from the big banking systems. That's how they get their funds. Okay, big money. Automobile industry they're falling into the same trap. It's just the way it is. And so we say to ourselves, what do we do about it? Well, globally, that's a difficult question to answer because we're in the United States. We don't, as much as we want to, we don't dictate what goes on in Europe, in China, in India, these BRICS nations that are forming their alliance against the US dollar. And don't listen to all of that BS, that it isn't about, China says we're not interested in taking over the position of power the US dollar has. Incorrect. That's just a piece of a page from the Sun Tzu's Art of War. Don't let your adversary think you're weak while you're flanking them, okay? So, what do we do about it? Because there's a lot of stuff that's going on. What do we do? Well, the United States of America, we're a representative republic. So we have representatives. It doesn't feel like it. I know that. It feels like that these people are working against us, and many of them are, because they've been put into office while most of us have not been paying attention. So they're voted in by a small majority of people and that have a certain ideology while we're busy, raising kids, going to work, doing trying to survive. Both parents are working. All this is by design, folks. All of it. So what do you do about it? We are forming right now an organization. It's there. You can go to it. Go to AmericaICAN.com. AmericaICAN.com. That's where we're going to get together collectively as United States citizens, and we're going to push back because we are going to sign the oath as an American citizen, telling the world that we are re-upping what it is to be an American. And it's the same oath that the president takes, the U.S. Senate takes. And we added some verbiage at the end. And we have the same oath that we want candidates and politicians who are in office to sign. So it's connecting us together. They know what happens if they don't follow through on the promises they make when they run for office. And we are holding ourselves accountable by saying, hey, you know what? I have a job to do. I have work to do. I'm going to pay more attention. I'm going to stay engaged. And if you don't do what you're supposed to do, I'm going to remove you from office. Folks, that is the power that we have in a representative republic. It is the most powerful thing we have, is the ability to vote, and then the ability to remove, impeach people if they don't do their job. But the problem is not enough of us have been getting engaged in voting. Because if you don't vote, you can't remove people. And that's why they don't fear you. They don't fear you because there's nothing you can do to them. Because you didn't vote, period. Too many people, by the tens of millions, do not vote in this country at all. We have to change that. We have to. It does matter. And yes, it might be that there's no great choice. And that's up to we the people to make sure that we put great choices in there. So you got to get involved with your local political party. You have to get involved to get engaged to help filter who comes from the communities in this country to become politicians, the representatives, from city council to your mayor, to your sheriff, to the governor, to the president of the United States, Senate. I can go right through the list, right? That's the whole point of having a representative republic. And the enemy has done a very, very good job at getting people disengaged. So, AmericaICAN.com. You can also go to Craig Bouchon Show and check that out. We got great posts going up every day. We have a newsletter you can sign up for. Look, it's about all of us getting together. We're not just going to bloviate here and just talk and get you upset. And, hey, stay tuned tomorrow because I'm going to get you upset again. All right, break. Let's go. No. It's okay to get upset. But then what do you do with that energy? You can't turn it into negative energy. You have to turn it into positive energy. Okay? Take that anger, that frustration, and go to AmericaICAN.com, sign up, get the plaque. You can get a beautiful laser etched plaque, put it on the wall as a reminder. Your kids could walk in, your grandkids could walk in. You can show it to them. See, look, this is what it is. We're Americans, we're in America, and we have a job to do. Okay? Politicians will put it on there. If they're smart, they're going to wear the lapel pin. You're going to see them on stage talking. It's going to say American. You're going, wait a minute, that's my guy. That's my gal. They took the same oath I did. All right, let's get to work. Well, there we have it, folks. A lot going on. You've got to get engaged. You have to make sure that you reach out to your politicians in your area and let them know why you're unhappy. There is the saying, right? The squeaky wheel gets the grease. It really is true. It is absolutely true. Politicians, one of the greatest pieces of kryptonite that you can place in front of a politician is you. They fear you. If you show up and you keep showing up, they fear you. And they should. They should fear that if they don't do their job, you are going to hold them accountable. Just that simple. Folks, thank you so much. God bless. Keep paying attention. It's unfortunately going to get worse before it gets better. And we'll see you soon.